Beverage producers live tenuously by the virtues of their product's flavour. Brands will grow or wither based on their signature tastes, aftertastes and aromas. One off-sip could diminish customers, reputation and profits. In 2017, a survey was published in the International Journal of Systematic and Evolutionary Microbiology, and it revealed that more than 97% of participants indicated that spoilage mattered either a lot or a great deal in brand protection, and close to over 90% of juice manufacturers surveyed indicated that better control over microbial spoilage would have moderately to greatly increased profits and reduced waste. The culprit of a flavour imbalance can oftentimes be tied to the presence of Alicyclobacillus and its byproduct, guaiacol. So what is Alicyclobacillus? Perhaps it's more conveniently known as ACB or TAB. Alicyclobacillus is a gram-positive, non-pathogenic, thermophilic and acidophilic spore-forming bacteria. This strain is able to grow over a very wide range of temperatures and pH values, and spores are relatively heat resistant. While Alicyclobacillus bacteria are not necessarily a food safety concern, they can affect juice quality and lead to spoilage. In the fruit juice industry in particular, it has been shown to produce significant amounts of guaiacol, altering the organoleptic properties of the fruit juices. Because most common pasteurization techniques or other processing treatment using high pressure do not deactivate the spores, Alicyclobacillus is particularly important to the fruit juice and beverage packaging industries. Raw materials are a major source of contamination and should be controlled by both suppliers and juice and beverage producers. Analysis for Alicyclobacillus is key for fruit concentrates and sweetener producers to avoid contamination in the storage tanks when adding a defective batch, and thus to ensure high quality raw materials to the fruit juice and beverage producers. ACB contamination is fairly common due to its impermeability to pasteurization, and a positive ACB test does not always imply spoilage. Instead, organoleptic spoiling, impacting the odour and the taste, occurs due to a metabolite called guaiacol, an unpleasant odorous compound in fruit juices produced from ACB. Once spoiled, producers may be forced to throw product away, and if sold, unhappy consumers can lower a brand's reputation. Early detection of Alicyclobacillus is therefore fundamental for the sector, as contamination can lead to a significant deterioration in quality and consequently economic losses for producers. ACB is certainly a tricky organism. Pasteurization doesn't always kill it, ACB doesn't always produce guaiacol, and traditional ACB screening doesn't always identify spoilage. Even if it is considered as the main spoiler, Alicyclobacillus acidoterrestris is only one among other ACB species capable of producing guaiacol. But in the meantime, not all Alicyclobacillus species are capable of guaiacol production and cause product spoilage. And it is this off-aroma produced by ACB that's the real culprit in product spoilage, not simply the presence of ACB itself. To detect the flavour-altering guaiacol, a second enzymatic test must be performed. Common spoilage testing requires a two-step system, an ACB screen plus an enzyme screen. Not only do two tests increase the risk of human error, results can take 5 to 7 days to return while the product sits idle, using valuable refrigeration and storage space. When companies monitor just for the presence of ACB, they may make product disposal decisions that do not reflect the spoilage potential of the material. Better diagnostic tools that predict spoilage, not just ACB presence, could help address that challenge. There is good news for today's quality controllers. You can now test for ACB and guaiacol in a single test with next-day results, the first of its kind in beverage industry protocol. The new GeneUp Pro ACB uses bioMérieux's signature rapid PCR technology in one test protocol, equivalent to the IFU 12 guideline, which has a wait time of 27 hours. Now, with one single test, users can simultaneously screen raw ingredients and finished product for Alicyclobacillus species and guaiacol production.